Precisely at 2:31 p.m. today, the air inside the House of Commons didn't just turn cold, it turned electric. The usual roar of parliamentary debate fell into a deathly silence as Nigel Farage, a man who has spent decades shaking the foundations of the British establishment, rose from his seat. But today, he didn't just have a speech prepared. He held a thick, weathered black leather folder. And inside that folder? Documents that are already being described by senior intelligence officials as the most devastating political evidence in the history of modern British democracy. Within 7 minutes of Farage opening that file, the unthinkable happened. 23 cabinet ministers, the very heart and soul of the Labour government, didn't just leave the chamber. They fled in what can only be described as a mass exodus of total humiliation. David Lammy, Angela Rayner, and Rachel Reeves were seen rushing for the exits, their faces pale, leaving their front bench seats empty as the Speaker of the House lost total control of the proceedings. Now, before we reveal the specific contents of that folder and the secret midnight video that has just surfaced, you need to be part of the community that gets the truth first. We are monitoring this constitutional crisis minute by minute. If you believe in transparency and want to stay ahead of the mainstream media, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications. You do not want to miss our next update, which includes leaked audio from Inside Number 10. Done that? Good. Let's get back to the bombshell that has brought the UK to a standstill. Armed security was reportedly called to the corridors as chaos erupted in the lobby. Tonight, the British pound is in a terrifying freefall. Scotland Yard has surrounded number 10 Downing Street, and sources within Buckingham Palace suggest that King Charles is considering a move not seen since the year 1834. This isn't just a political scandal. This is a total collapse of the system. What exactly was inside that black folder? According to high-level whistleblowers, Farage has spent the last 11 months meticulously tracking a paper trail that leads directly to the Prime Minister's doorstep. The first bombshell to hit the floor was a verified bank statement from Credit Suisse. It showed a series of massive deposits totaling £4.7 million over a 3-year period. These funds were funneled into an account belonging to a mysterious shell company known as the Meridian Consulting Group, a company that forensic accountants have now linked directly to Keir Starmer. But it's the source of that money that has MI5 on emergency high alert. Farage alleges these funds originated from a Chinese-registered firm and a Qatari sovereign wealth subsidiary. If these documents are proven authentic, we are no longer talking about simple political lobbying or a conflict of interest. We are talking about the potential sale of British sovereignty for personal gain. This is a betrayal of the highest order. But the folder held more than just bank statements. Farage produced high-resolution surveillance photographs that have sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. They show Keir Starmer at a secluded private estate in the Cotswolds, engaged in a secret meeting with Chen Wei, a senior official of China's United Front Work Department. There were no aides present. There were no official minutes taken. This was an unauthorized, off-the-books negotiation with a foreign power. Legal experts and constitutional scholars are already using the word treason. As Farage laid out the timeline of these meetings, the atmosphere in the chamber turned from shock to pure, unadulterated panic. Eyewitnesses say they saw the Prime Minister sitting frozen, his face ghostly pale, gripping the dispatch box as if his life depended on it. The financial world reacted with a violence we haven't seen since the dark days of Black Wednesday. The FTSE 100 plunged over 800 points in less than an hour, wiping billions off the value of British pensions. Major investment banks issued emergency sell orders on the pound sterling. The message from the global markets was loud and clear: the British government has lost its legitimacy. But perhaps the most explosive claim, and the one that has the public reaching a breaking point, concerns the ongoing Channel crossing crisis. Farage presented what he claims are verified, encrypted messages between senior Home Office officials and known people smuggling coordinators. The allegation is chilling, that the government wasn't just failing to stop the boat crossings, they were allegedly coordinating the flow for political optics, discussing timing, numbers, and even secret payments. If these claims are verified, we are looking at conspiracy to facilitate illegal immigration, money laundering, and potentially even manslaughter. As the sun set over a paralyzed London, the focus shifted from the halls of Westminster to the gates of Buckingham Palace. At 7:23 p.m., King Charles took the extraordinary step of summoning the Prime Minister. This was not a routine briefing. Sources suggest the King expressed profound disappointment, reminding the Prime Minister of his sacred oath to serve the Crown and the British people. Constitutional experts are now debating the nuclear option. Can the King dissolve Parliament unilaterally? While the Prime Minister was inside the palace, his chief advisor was spotted at RAF Northolt, meeting with Qatari officials near a private jet. Was it a rescue mission, or were his international allies finally abandoning a sinking ship? The public response has been immediate. Within an hour of the news breaking, over 50,000 protesters gathered outside Parliament, their voices rising in a unified chant of "traitor" and "lock him up." By 6 p.m., that crowd had swelled to nearly 85,000 people. Shortly before midnight, a 37-second video surfaced online. It shows a disheveled and emotional Keir Starmer, alone in a dark office, appearing to realize that the walls have finally closed in. Tonight, Reform UK is surging in the polls to an unprecedented 38%, while the Labour Party faces the very real threat of total extinction. Nigel Farage's actions today did more than just expose a corrupt administration, they exposed a system built on secrecy and betrayal. Is this the end for the current government? Or is this just the first chapter in a much larger conspiracy reaching across all of Europe? One thing is certain. As the sun rises tomorrow, the United Kingdom will be a very different country. The fate of the nation now rests in the hands of the King and the rule of law. What do you think about Farage's evidence? Is it time for a general election? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next update.